Hello, and welcome to another edition of Rhoda's Writing Corner. My name's Rhoda Detour. I'm a published author. I'm also a co-founder for Connections e-magazine along with Melanie P. Smith. You can reach me at my website at www.rhodadetour.com or with her at www.melaniepsmith.com. We also have a Facebook page for the magazine. We're taking submissions from authors. The whole point of the magazine is for a free publication to get into the hands of readers and have it be free promotion for authors. So it's completely free. We ask that you submit any promos, giveaways, excerpts, feature stories, interviews that you want to write, put them in a PDF, and then send them to us, and we'll make sure that we get them in the next issue. We're also doing a blog hop with the magazine. It's the Fall Festival blog hop. If you go on one of our websites, you'll see the information on that and how you can join. It's free to join the blog hop. We do ask that each blog does one free giveaway during the time period of October 3rd through October 13th. The whole point of this is for us to share our audiences. We're all going to promote the blog hop, and hopefully we'll reach some new readers. We'll get to playing games. We'll have some fun and see what happens. But today I want to talk about giving away free books and how you can wind up getting paid sales from the free book promotion. This really only works if you have more than one book. If you have one book, you can give away free books and try to get reviews, and that's going to help you because the more reviews you have, the more credibility you have as an author, the more that when somebody looks at your book, they're going to say, oh, this looks interesting, I'm going to give this person a shot. However, the problem with only writing one book is that you have nothing else to offer. Once somebody buys your book, that's it. You actually have to go find new people to promote to, and that's really, really hard to keep finding a different audience all the time. I know a woman who wrote a book 3 years ago. She goes on all these different websites, and she has 12,000 Twitter followers, and she has like 50,000 people on Google Plus following her, and she's really active and she's really promoting, but she only has one book. And what happens with that is you have nothing else to offer. I read her book and I said, wow, yeah, that's a good book, but there was no click here to go check out my other books. Buy it. I actually got it on a free promotion, but if I wanted to go buy something else, I couldn't even give her my money. So you're really doing yourself a disservice if you only put out one book. Even if you wind up doing short stories and putting them up for 99 cents, the more books you have out, the more credible you look as an author, and then the more likely people are going to buy your book. And the thing is that if you did the short stories, you could give the short stories away for free and then put excerpts of the actual novel or the full book to promote that way. That's something that I recommend to people that have only written one book. Write short stories. Write short stories and then put a link to the actual full book and try to give the short stories away for free and then try to cross-sell that way. But if you have more than one book out there, a lot of people, one of the main things that people do is they write a series and then they post the first book on a perma-free. So the first book is permanently free. People download it. They love your book. They say, wow, I love this series. I want to see where this goes next. And then they go back online and they wind up buying books 2, 3, and 4. That's cross-promotion. That's cross-selling. And because the ebooks, you can put the links right inside the ebooks. If you know how to put the back matter in properly, you give them excerpts of the next book, and then you have a link that says, for the rest of the story, click here. And then they go and they buy it. So that's one way that you can give away the book for free and have it turn over a profit. The other way is that I did the Kindle, the free promo, and I stayed away from Kindle Select for about a year because with my very first book, I published it. I put it on Select because everybody told me to. I only had the one title out. I did the Kindle Countdown because everybody said, don't give your book for free. You're not going to make any money that way. So I did the Kindle Countdown for the 5 days, and it was 99 cents the first day and went back up to the $2.99, and I got 3 sales the whole week. and I wanted to cry. And I was like, wait, I have friends that told me they had like 300, 400 sales that week. Why is this not working for me? It's not working for me because, number one, I was new. It was my first book. I didn't know where to promote. I didn't know I should be doing the short stories and trying to cross promote. I really didn't know what I was doing. So I said, well, I'm not going to bother with this Kindle Select thing anymore because I'd rather put the books everywhere. I'm going to go on Barnes & Noble, and I'm going to take the world by storm with the Kobo and the Oyster and Apple and all the other places. But what wound up happening was when I went on Smashwords, I didn't get a lot of sales overall on Smashwords. The majority of sales come from Amazon, and I didn't want to go back into Select. So when people start telling me they were making some money off the Kindle Unlimited, I said, well, let me think about this again. I put one book, which was Tower of Tears, the McCluskey series. It's book one of my series. And I put that on the Kindle Select with the Unlimited. And I said, well, I'm going to give this one a chance and then see what happens. And if I like the outcome, I'll put the other books on Select as well. I did a 3-day free promo, and I got over 1,000 downloads. It's a historical fiction, so I think that's pretty good because romance, erotica, they're like the top genres that people like. So historical fiction is real specific type of category. So I got 1,000 downloads. And for the first time in over a year, I reached India, Germany, Netherlands, and Spain. And for all that time, I hadn't gotten to any of them at all. But with the freebies, I did. And I thought, wow, that's really cool. Let me see what else happens. So within the next 2 weeks, I got sales in all of those same countries. And originally, when I looked at the chart, I thought, oh, wow, okay, maybe it's still up somehow. Somebody went to click on it and it said free, and they wound up having to buy it because it wasn't. But that's not what happened. What happened was when I looked at the title, they bought Newborn Nazi. They got Tower of Tears for free, but then they went and they paid for Newborn Nazi, which was my second book. It's actually my third book, but it's my second full novel. So I was like, well, this is really interesting. The reason that worked was because in the back of each book, I put 10 free chapters of the other book, and the books were cross-selling each other. And I said, wow, this stuff really works. This is something I got to try. Now, something else that I found really interesting, I liked the outcome of Tower of Tears being on Kindle Unlimited. I liked it so much that I actually put all of my books on Kindle Unlimited to see what was going to happen. And I figured, well, I'll do it one cycle and then take it back off if I don't like it. When I put Going Postal and The Creek, which is my first one, it was my first paperback and my first audiobook. When I wound up, it's actually 2 stories in one book. When I put that on Kindle Unlimited and gave that away as a free promo, again, I had sales in India, I had sales in Germany, and this time I had sales in Japan. And I was like, wow, wait a minute, this is awesome again. I'm reaching these places that I couldn't get before. And these were countries I got the free download, and then they came back and they bought my other book. They bought Newborn Nazi. So yes, Newborn Nazi is like my most popular book right now. I'm getting the cross sells because I'm putting free chapters in the back of the books. And I'm not just picking one book. I'm giving them free chapters of each of my books. So there's more and more of a chance that something's going to reach out to them where they say, hey, I'm going to try this and see what happens. Something that was really interesting was with this last free promo for Going Postal, this is my first paperback. It's been out like a year and a half, and it basically gets no paperback sales anymore. It does sell well in person when I do like the book fairs and signings and things like that, but it really doesn't do well online. So when I wound up doing the free promo on Amazon for Going Postal, all of a sudden I start getting sales for the paperback of Going Postal. And I was like, this is crazy. I never even thought to look at the paperback sales to see if they coincided with any of the freebies that I did. So then I went back to May and I looked at the records. And in May, when I did free Kindle download of Tower of Tears, I wound up getting paperback sales went up for Tower of Tears. And I really hadn't paid attention to it. So I found that to be really interesting. Another issue of giving your book away for free say is that if you can find somebody that's pretty networked, that they're a high-ranking Amazon reviewer, they have a pretty popular blog, if they like your book, you're going to get sales because they're going to go and tell everybody that they liked your book. I was in a Facebook review group where I offered a book for free. I offered Newborn Nazi for free in September when it first came out to anybody willing to give a review. I want honest reviews. I don't want somebody that says, hey, I'm going to give you 5 stars, because to me that just looks fake and nobody's going to buy the book because they're going to think it's fake. So this woman wrote to me and said, hey, let me have a copy of your book and I'll read it and get back to you. Well, within a couple days, she wrote back to me and she's like, I love this book. And she's telling me all these different scenes that she loved, and she goes and posts the review. So then I said to her, well, if you want to review my other books, I still need reviews, so I'll give you a free one. And I did. So I gave her 3 free ebooks that cost me absolutely nothing to make. What wound up happening was this woman, and I didn't know it at the time, she was one of the highest ranking Amazon reviewers. She has a very popular blog. She posted the reviews of my book on her blog. Of course, she posted on Amazon and Goodreads. She also wound up sharing all my information on Twitter and Facebook. And the next thing you know, I start having people come to me and say, hey, so-and-so sent me to you. I saw the post that she made and she says that your book's wonderful. One of these people that came to me about this particular reviewer was a woman who was, at the time, she was sick and she was in the hospital, and the reviewer had said to her, look, this Going Postal book is really funny. I think it'll cheer you up. I know you're in the hospital and you don't feel well. So the woman bought the book. Then she left a review that actually said that she was in the hospital, she couldn't put the book down, and the nurses were yelling at her, telling her that they wanted her to stop reading so that she could get her blood work taken. But she didn't want to put the book down. Now, there's no better review than that, regardless of anything else that anybody ever says, because to actually be able to cheer somebody up in the hospital and have them so engrossed in your work that they don't even want to get their blood taken, that says a lot, and it's a great feeling. It's a great compliment. But again, how does that bring in sales? Well, because that one person came from the first person, and I gave her 3 ebooks. Now, I've actually had close to 20 people say to me, I came to you through so-and-so. Well, those are the ones that actually told me. So I can't even imagine how many sales I've actually gotten from this one person that's promoting me, and she's doing it just because she likes my work. I don't know her. I met her in a group where I offered a freebie to anybody. The other thing that I want to talk to you about, though, was like the free giveaways on the paperback giveaways on Goodreads. I stopped doing this because on Goodreads, people have a tendency to enter all of the giveaways. A lot of times they don't put up reviews. It costs more money. Obviously, it's going to cost you money for the paperback. So my 350-page book is $8 for me to get and the shipping, and then I have to pay the shipping back to that person. So you're talking like $12 or $13 it's going to cost me to give them a free paperback. And then there's no guarantee of a review. And that's really what I was doing it for. I wanted the reviews, and I wanted people who were interested in the book when they saw it on the giveaway to say, hey, you know what, maybe I'll just buy it. Or I didn't win the giveaway, so let me buy it. And that's not what happened. And then later, what I found out was going on was the same cities where I had mailed some of the giveaway books to were now selling my books on Amazon as used books. So not only did it cost me $12 to send the book to somebody, but now they're turning around and selling it for $10. So really, I'm out $22. And to me, that was unsettling to me than just giving away an ebook. Like I said, the ebooks don't cost anything. So that's one reason why I don't want to do the paperback giveaways. Now, when it comes to ebook rafflecopter giveaways, I think those are really cool. You can have people enter to do the giveaway, to enter the giveaway by sharing your posts on Twitter, sharing on Facebook, following you on Twitter, following you on Facebook, and every day that they come back to your blog, if they share the next post, then guess what? They get more entry into your giveaway. And you can have them comment on blog posts. You can have them do scavenger hunts, go back and ask them, what is book 2 of your series called? Where's it set? That kind of thing, and you make it fun. And then what happens is at the end, when, say you're running this for like a week, at the end when you go to do the winner, they give you a list of everybody's email addresses. So now you have the email address that you can put into a newsletter. When you do that, the chances are 60% higher that somebody that reads a newsletter is going to click and buy your book than if they see your ad online. And I didn't believe this until I start researching it and looking around, and I asked people, and what the answers I got was that when somebody opens their email, they're doing it when they have time instead of being rushed. A lot of times when you're online, you're doing things, you're conversing with people, you're paying your bills, you're researching things, you might be writing your own books or whatever, and you don't have the time to sit there. But when you open up your email, it's usually the time when you're relaxed and you can actually investigate. So people were more likely to click and buy from an email than they were to click and buy from something they see online. Something else was that sometimes it takes people 6 times to see your book cover and see it promoted before they'll actually buy it. That can be really kind of depressing when you think about it. But again, if you use the free promo with the Amazon, or you do the free coupons, you can give free coupons on Smashwords. Anybody with audiobooks from Audibles, we get free coupons for those. I try to give them away all the time, because if you like one book, you're going to go back and you're going to get the others. I've had people tell me that. I did the giveaway in May, like I said, for Tower of Tears. And a woman wound up writing back to me and saying, hey, wait a minute, the back of your book says that book 2 is supposed to be out and it's not out yet. She liked my book that much that she actually wrote to me to find out where book 2 was. After speaking with her, emailing back and forth with her for a little bit, she was like, I'm really impressed with your work and you're going to have a reader for life now. The thing is, so I gave one file away to her, but it didn't cost me anything. And now I have a reader for life. That's awesome. And she's out there telling her friends and family and whoever to come back and read my stuff. So some people will be like, oh, well, you put on a BookBub promotion and it's like $700 for BookBub, which everybody wants to be on. But at the same time, I paid nothing for this lady to go and tell 10 or 15 or 20 people. That's satisfactory to me. I'm cool with that. One of the things that people find offensive about the arguments against giving free books is that, number one, people download all the free books and then they never read them. And that's true. I do it too. I have a couple hundred Kindles on my device. And the truth of the matter is, I didn't pay anything for it and it's not affecting me. If it's sitting on somebody's device somewhere, it's not hurting me. But if it happens to be on somebody's device somewhere and one day they get bored and they just happen to say, oh, let me check this chick out, and they read it and they like it, I might have a fan now. So having that sit in their device doesn't affect me negatively. Another thing is that people say, well, the market's saturated, it's all filled with free books, nobody wants to pay for books anymore. If all the authors stopped giving their books for free, then we'd be able to make some money. Here's a news flash for you. Somebody that refuses to pay for a book is not going to pay for a book. They'll go to the library. They'll borrow from their friends. They'll download the pirate books. There are some readers out there that are absolutely willing to pay for the books and pay full price because they recognize that it's a lot of work and it's effort. There are other people out there that they absolutely refuse to pay. The thing is that if they refuse to buy my book, but I give them a free one and they happen to download it on the free day, and that's what they do. If they liked my book and they go back and they tell their friends they liked my book, I'm not just reaching them, I'm reaching their friends. Now, is there any or guarantee that that's what happens? No. But something that does happen when you give away the free promos on Amazon, you get verified purchase reviews, and that makes a big difference. Something that I'm not happy with Amazon about is that they do not label or tag the Kindle Unlimited or the lending library reviews, so there's no way for you to tell if the person actually read the book or not. But on the verified purchase, people assume, yes, this is a real review. If it doesn't have a verified purchase, there are some very ignorant people, and I mean ignorant in a nasty way or ignorant in just a doesn't know way, that they truly believe that somebody didn't read the book if there's no verified purchase. But again, Kindle Unlimited and Kindle Lending does not give you a verified purchase. If I bought the book on, say I bought the paperback on Nook, and then I go and I post an Amazon review, does that mean that my thoughts are any less valuable because I didn't buy it from Amazon? No. I mean, I still care about what that reader had to say. Looking at the verified purchase aspect of it, if you wind up giving away 1,000 ebooks for free and you wind up with 3 to 5 reviews, which is about what the percentage is, it's going to come up as verified purchase. And it looks better. It looks more credible. People give it those reviews more weight. My suggestion is put free chapters in the back of your books to cross-sell your books. Always put the links inside your ebooks to your Amazon author page if you publish on Amazon. If you publish on Smashwords, then you have to put it to the Smashwords page because Apple and Barnes & Noble, they don't want you advertising at Amazon on something that they're selling. Something else is you never know where you're going to get a sale from. Try everything. I give free paperbacks to people in the doctor's office because to me, if I see somebody reading a book in the doctor's office or in a waiting room somewhere, I know they're a reader. I've given away free books there. I put rack cards in doctor's offices. I give out business cards at the McDonald's drive-through window. I actually have a set of business cards that says, go to this link for a free ebook. And I was tracking how many people would to click on me to actually take my business card and go online to come get an ebook. And I was shocked. 35%. 35% of the people that I wound up giving cards to, business cards saying, give me a free ebook, wound up looking me up online. Now, does that mean that I got sales out of them? No, but it means that I put myself in front of them. That made it my responsibility at that point. Once they were on my website or my Facebook page or whatever, it was my job to now entice them. And since I already talked to them a little bit in person, they kind of already liked me anyway, so that helps too. Try to tell something funny to somebody, and you just never know what you'll wind up getting. And most of all, like I said, you have to write more books. Do the short stories. I can't emphasize how much it's writing more books. Something else you do that a lot of us are doing, I talked about the email list. Put something on your page where if somebody signs up for your email, your newsletter, that you'll give them a free ebook. Now, again, this doesn't have to be a full book. It could be a short story. But people like the idea of free. And if they feel like they got something for free, they're not only going to remember you, they're going to appreciate it more. There's some people out there that say, no, that's not true. People aren't going to appreciate it more. You'd be shocked. As a promo for my upcoming book, Zodiac Lives, that comes out in a couple weeks, I took a box set of 3 of my books and put them together. I put them on Amazon for Kindle Unlimited. I gave away a free promo of the box set, and people start writing to me saying, oh my God, I can't believe you just gave me almost 1,000 pages for free. This is great. And then they start reading the book and they wrote back to me and says, I can't wait for your book to come out. I am definitely buying your next book because the story in here that I'm reading I really, really like. I'm not telling you, it works. I know some people are against it. I know that people will try to talk you out of it. The thing is, with everything, you try and see what works for you. See what works for you, not somebody else. And this is Road a Detour from Connections Magazine. So come and check us out. And thank you so much. roadadetour.com.